Jackie Robinson, whose full name is Jack Roosevelt Robinson, was an important figure in American sports. He was the first black person to play professional baseball in the major leagues in the 1900s. This was a big deal because there was a long-standing rule that black people couldn't play in these leagues. On April 15, 1947, Robinson made history by becoming the first black player in Major League Baseball. He played for the Brooklyn Dodgers in the National League. He wasn't just limited to one position on the field. He played both in the infield and the outfield. He continued to play for the Dodgers from 1947 to 1956. This was a significant moment in breaking racial barriers in sports. Jackie Robinson grew up in Pasadena, California. He was really good at sports when he went to Pasadena Junior College and the University of California, Los Angeles UCLA. He was great at football, basketball, track, and baseball. In 1941, Robinson left UCLA during his third year to help his family, especially his mom. He needed to make money, so he played football in Hawaii and worked in construction. Then, in 1942, he joined the U.S. Army and became an officer in 1943. In 1944, he got in trouble for not following an order to sit at the back of a bus. But the charges were dropped, and he left the military with an honorable discharge. This incident showed that Robinson was going to be active in fighting for civil rights. After leaving the Army, he played baseball for the Kansas City Monarchs in the Negro American League. That's when the president and general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Branch Rickey, noticed him and his talent. Branch Rickey, the person in charge of the Brooklyn Dodgers baseball team, wanted to include black players in the team. He was searching for the right person for this important job. He thought Jackie Robinson was the perfect choice because he was an excellent player, had strong moral values, and lived a responsible family-focused life. However, Rickey was worried that Robinson might not be able to handle the racism and insults from other people without reacting in a way that would harm the effort to integrate black players into the sport. To test this, Rickey had a famous meeting with Robinson where he yelled hurtful things at him to see how he would react. Robinson didn't respond angrily, and this convinced Rickey that he was the right person for the job. So, on October 23, 1945, Rickey signed Robinson to play for one of the Dodgers' minor league teams, the Montreal Royals in the International League. This was a significant step toward breaking the color barrier in baseball. In 1946, Jackie Robinson was really good at playing baseball in the minor league, and he had the best batting average. So, the Brooklyn Dodgers decided to bring him up to play for their main team in 1947. When he joined, he did really well right away. He was so good at stealing bases that he got an award for being the best new player in all of Major League Baseball that year. In 1949, he became the best batter in the National League, with a batting average of .342. He was also chosen as the most valuable player in the National League. This means he was one of the most important and skilled players in the whole league. Robinson was making a big impact in baseball with his talent and hard work. Jackie Robinson faced some very tough times while he was playing baseball. Fans in the stands would throw things at him and yell mean things. Some of his own teammates on the Brooklyn Dodgers didn't want to play with a black person, and players from other teams would purposely try to hurt him by throwing the baseball at his head or spiking him with their shoes during plays. But not everyone was against him. The commissioner of baseball, Ford Frick, stopped a strike by players on the St. Louis Cardinals who didn't want Robinson to play. He said any player who struck would be suspended from baseball. There was a moment when one of Robinson's teammates, Pee Wee Reese, showed support by putting his arm around Robinson during a game when fans were being very mean. Robinson and Reese became close friends. Despite these difficult times, Robinson faced racism with ugly comments, threats to his life, and laws that didn't allow black players to stay in the same hotels or eat in the same restaurants as their teammates. It was a hard and challenging experience for Robinson as he broke the color barrier in baseball. He was really good at hitting the baseball and had a lifetime batting average of .311, which is a very high and impressive number. He helped the Dodgers, his team, win 6 league championships and 1 World Series. When he was on the base paths, he was very fast and clever. He made pitchers from the other team nervous because he was so good at stealing bases. The infielders on the opposing team were also scared because they had to try to stop him from stealing bases, and he was really good at it. In short, he was a great baseball player and a major threat on the base paths. After Jackie Robinson finished his baseball career in 1957, he got involved in two main things: business and fighting for civil rights. He spoke up for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People (NAACP), which worked to improve the rights of black people. He also appeared alongside Martin Luther King Jr., who was a famous civil rights leader. In 1962, Robinson was given a big honor. He became the first black person to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. This was a significant recognition of his incredible baseball career. He also wrote an autobiography called I Never Had It Made, which was published in 1972. It talked about his life and experiences. In 1984, even after his death, Robinson was given a special award called the Presidential Medal of Freedom. This is the highest honor that a regular American citizen can receive. It was a way to recognize his important contributions to baseball and civil rights. In 1997, on the 50th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in baseball, the baseball commissioner, Bud Selig, did something special. He retired Robinson's jersey number, which was 42, from all of Major League Baseball. Normally, a team might retire a player's number, but this was the first time it happened for all the teams in the sport. In 2004, Major League Baseball decided to honor Robinson every year on April 15th, which became known as Jackie Robinson Day. This day was meant to remember his historic achievement. 3 years later, a famous baseball player named Ken Griffey Jr. was allowed to wear Robinson's number, 42, on Jackie Robinson Day as a way of paying tribute. Over time, more and more people started doing the same thing. In 2009, Major League Baseball made it official that on April 15th, all players, coaches, and umpires would wear the number 42 to honor Jackie Robinson.